I'm thinking about my friend's little boy who said this morning, vote Obama for change. And now he's going to live in a world that's going to be completely different from even the one that I grew up in. And it's just, I don't think we'll be able to even put this into words 4 years from now because we won't even see the ramifications of it. But to be in this moment, to be alive is an amazing, amazing feeling.
Brother, my earliest moments, brother, my family took me to civil rights meeting. That's my earliest memories of my mother and them taking me to civil rights movements. I can't believe this, bro. I cannot believe this, man.
It's also a very uplifting thing to realize that good people can actually win in politics.
Last night, I didn't even sleep. I was like, okay, I set my watch. It's like, I got before the time. I knew the lines were going to be crazy. I got up this morning. I was at the polls at 5 o'clock this morning waiting.
I voted in Georgia 4 days ago, and I stood in line for 5.5 hours, and I didn't hear any complaints, any real complaints. I didn't see anyone leave. And even after I was there 5.5 hours, when I left at 6 o'clock, the line was just as long as it was when I came. So the sheer enthusiasm, I think, speaks volumes to people who really believe in this democratic process.
I just spoke to my mom, who's 73, and she's in tears, and my husband's in tears, my daughter's in Florida at school, and she's like, Mommy, this is like just calling every and anybody.
Being a part of history is like, it's hard to just put into words, to be a part of positive history. And I was talking to my son this morning. He's 5 years old. And I'm just trying to make him understand the significance of this, because this is something I thought I'd never see in my lifetime.
So when I took my kids to vote today, I felt like, this is a world that they're going to understand a lot better than I am, and I'm encouraged.
I'm from a small place in Uganda called Kabale, and they too are having a party there to celebrate Obama's apparent victory.
And I'll tell you, one thing that struck me is the diversity of people represented in that line: age, class, gender, race. But the beauty for me was that we all had one vote. Each one of our votes was weighed equally, and I think that's beautiful.
When I went to vote this morning, it was one thing to see the people who first, this is the first time they voted, but to see the joy and the pride in the people who were like in their 70s and even 80s, who lived through the civil rights movement, who experienced it, and then we were online for an hour and a half approximately, and just to hear their stories, people who were who lived in the South, who were part of the counter sit downs, the people who helped organize voting rights and who were harassed by the Ku Klux Klan, and for them to see this moment, I mean, that really hit home for me. So
it should be an interesting time, like the old Chinese curse: may you live in interesting times. Here we go.